What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. Guys, got another cool one for you. You're going to want to watch this from beginning to end. I did my last video. It was kind of long. I'm going to try not to make this one as long, but this one here is pretty cool. You're going to like this one. Now, my last one what I showed was a whole area that would look like a city. And I did a comparison of a large city here in the United States, which was Manhattan Island, depending on how you want to look at it. And I showed, what I did was I took one of the pictures, I took a crystal clear picture of it, and I degraded the picture. And when you degraded it, suddenly there was no real definition of, you know, buildings, structures, whatever, whether it be roads, bridges, whatever. Once I did that, things were not square anymore. They became oval, or shiny round circle. And that's what I was trying to show. Now, my buddy Trent, he commented and said, Chris, it's too bad you didn't put it side by side, meaning the degraded picture of Manhattan as well as the picture of Mars. Now, I didn't do it in that one, but I'm going to do it in this one. This time, this photo takes place in the solar polar cap of Mars. And this is crazy. Let me see if I can bring this up. This one here, that's not it. This one here. Now, I went over to the Mariner missions because I just wanted to check these things out just to be sure. And, of course, it goes, you know, through Mariner 2, 3. Now, there was Mariner H, which is, you know, like I said, it's also known as Mariner 8, along with Mariner 9. They were supposed to be twin brothers, so to speak, going towards Mars orbit and returning images and so on and so forth. But Mariner 8 became a dead stick. And now, the way that it shows right here, it says Mariner 8 was launched on the Atlas Centaur and then booster, blah, blah, blah. The main Centaur engine was ignited 265 seconds after launch, but the upper stage began to oscillate in pitch and tumble out of control. So basically, 8 became a dead stick. Okay, it fell into the ocean, you know, just north of Puerto Rico. This paragraph here is crazy. Now, when you read this, it says Mariner 9 was the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. It carried an instrument payload similar to Mariners 6 and 7, but because of the need for a larger propulsion system to control the spacecraft in Mars orbit, it weighed more than the Mariner 6 and 7 combined. Pretty heavy craft. After 349 days in orbit, Mariner 9 had transmitted 7,329 images, I yet to see all of those, covering over 80% of Mars' surface. The images revealed riverbeds, craters, massive extinct volcanoes, canyons, including Valles Marineris, a massive system of canyons over 4,000 kilometers, about 2,500 miles long. And you can see that when you look at a lot of these Mars pictures, you will actually see that. It looks like a huge Grand Canyon right over the middle of the, right there at the equator of Mars. The vast chasm, or chasm, depending on how you pronounce it, is named in honor of the spacecraft. Mariner 9, oh, this is great. Mariner 9 also found evidence of wind and water erosion and deposition. Now, here's the thing. They want to make it sound like, it was just evidence of, meaning no longer exist. But then it says weather fronts, fogs, and more, which they have dust twisters, the little dirt devils, and all this other stuff. Now, I'm not a meteorologist, guys, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. First of all, you can't see fog from the past. So that implies to me that there's moisture in the air. And you have warm and cold fronts. You have wind. Because if you got, you know, you always hear it like on here on Earth, where you hear the meteorologists say, well, you know, it's very breezy and windy right now, but once the sun goes down, it'll drop. The winds will subside. Why? Because the sun is no longer heating the atmosphere and heating the air aloft. Sometimes the other way around in the wintertime. The high winds, the jet stream and so on and so forth is always colder, and the warm air is low, you know, it's closer to the ground is usually cooler, which makes sense. Okay. And you can have it vice versa. Warmer up top, colder at the bottom, and therefore you get wind. This happens all the time. So you're not going to tell me there's no bloody... I mean, this is from 62 and 71, man. And even early 60s they were up there. You know, going by there and, you know, just checking out these flybys and so on and so forth. There's absolutely an atmosphere on Mars. I don't care what anybody says, just by reading some of the stuff, and you're going to read a lot more, and you're going to see this yourselves. This is just absolutely insane. But I've seen this picture here, the discovery of global warming. This, of course, is August 2003. A mosaic of Mariner 9 frames taken during the spacecraft's first orbit of Mars showed the South Polar Cap dimly through a great dust storm, or should I say manipulation storm. The polar caps displayed seasonal variations. Study revealed clear signs of radical long-term climate changes. Climate changes. So it's getting warm and it's getting cold. You're not telling me there's no kind of cold fronts or no kind of rain happening or any of that? I don't know. When I see seasonal changes here, we get like spring and we get a lot of rain. And if it's radical, as they say, there's got to be regular thunderstorms. There's got to be rain. There's got to be all kinds of, I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a minute that there's no atmosphere there. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't believe it. Now, all of this area here, I want to show you this one particular picture if I can find it. Okay, this one here, this is supposed to be taken from 1969. This one here is from 1971. This was from the Mariner 7. This one's from the Mariner 9. Now, look at the big difference. I'm going, I'm not seeing it. They talk about these appendages right here, and I see circles. I'm going, what the hell does that? And here's the weird thing, guys. They're overlapping each other. What the hell does that in nature? And I'm going, I don't see it in this picture, but what they do is they zoomed in. Now, presumably, if this is the same picture, this is what you see here, and this is what you see here. We're only seeing this area right here. And you can see it's pretty close. So this is out of reach of this picture here. We're not seeing it. Okay, I'll go with that. All right. So now I'm looking at this thing, and I'm going, okay, let's do this. Let's check this picture out. Guys, there's a city and a half laying right here. And again, I'm going to do a comparison of New York City in a second. Manhattan. So check this out. The first thing I saw was this right here. I went, there is no way this is a crater. There is no way this is natural. And you're going to see this right now. I'm just going to blur it and just do a little touching up as far as contrast and brightness. Now, really? Look at this. Comes out. This comes up over to here, goes over to here. Check this out. Something comes straight out, goes over to here, and this goes all the way down this page. What does that? Now, is it a transportation tube? Of course, this is all simple, whatever. This is just simple, just pulling this stuff out my rear end, so to speak. But, just simple guesses. But anyway, when you look at this, check this out right here. Right here. Right here. What does that in nature? Look at the way this kind of overlaps in steps. It's like a step kind of thing. There's several of these things coming out of here. And look at this. 1, 2, I think these are all structures or something. And this kind of weird square formation around whatever this thing's got to be huge. Whatever this is. This could be a power plant for the rest of this. Now, when I say the rest of this, you guys see all that? Now, this you don't. Now, what I do is see these steps on the top right. I've got, well, upper right corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 6. And then what I do is I show the filters. And then what I do is I do it again in a slightly different way. Now, I won't do all the steps. But check this out. This is what I come up with for the first time. Now, check all of these things out here, guys. Look at this. 1, lower right corner. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All of these little things. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This stuff is way too organized to be nothing. Check this out. There's something here. Now, let me just back up a couple of steps because I need to brighten this up just a hair. You'll notice this right here. And there's something right here. This goes all the way over here, and it looks like it's casting a shadow. And there's something round just below that. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. Now, whatever this is goes up. I don't know if it goes inside this large cave type thing, but it looks like it goes up like fingers up over here and up over here. And it has like a little tiny, you'll see in a little bit, you'll see that it has like a shadow. Okay. And you're also going to see something, what looks like along this, you're going to see like little white dots, like these structures. Maybe it's like a land bridge and not an ocean bridge. I don't know. So, okay. And I do several levels here. And I try to brighten up the darker areas, as you can see. All of this right here, all of this right here, what would have it? Okay. Now, check these things out. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These look like huge structures. And this runs all over the place, guys. This is not just, they really, oh my God, they really try to take this out. But look at this. You're going to see this a little bit clearer. There's all kinds of structures up here. 1, 2, 3. Look at the way these things are. And you're going to see this a little bit better because I actually go over this too. Now, this is the blue filter on this one. Okay. And just look at all of these things sprawled out. Right here. There's like 1, 2, something large here. All these little gray areas also have structures. So this right here, check this out. Has this round circle. Right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. These things are not just boulders laying around. It's just too, yeah, it's just too situated to not be. Check this out. I don't know what this is. It almost looks like this weird funky shape like a boomerang. But look at the way this goes up like this, goes around, and I don't know if this is part of it because they stitched this together. I guess it's supposed to be, I think they said 9 frames or whatever, but But the way, well, they got Mariner 9 and they're multiple pictures stitched. But you can see right here to the right and also this one. And I don't see another line here, so I don't know what they're talking about. But regardless, it doesn't really matter. But you can see there's a ton of stuff here. All right. Now I do this here. And you can just see these 1, 2, 1, 2. Just these looks like buildings and structures. Now people go, well, I'm not seeing the building. Well, it's there. They got these other weird, look at this. This thing comes out from here, goes back down. Something right here is a platform and it goes over to here. You're going to see that a little bit better right here. Watch this. So now I redid this picture again. I went about it a little bit different way of, enhancing. Okay. Now let's go this way. Here. Just keep an eye on down here. All up in here. In here. Now watch. It's going to come more evident. Now this here, you can see this is like casting a shadow just underneath this one here. There's 1, 2, 3. It comes down. There's one that goes like this here. This thing spiders all over the place. Look at this. Comes over and looks like it's casting a shadow. Like it's almost like high noon kind of thing. But we can see the angle. Look, it's all consistent. Look at this. The way this is like front to side. I'm going to call it front. I don't know what this thing is. Side and front at the same time. Well, the same thing we're seeing here. This is all consistent. In other words, they didn't try to move some things around and make it look like weird or something like that. And, oh, this is really not here. But you're going to notice, too, look at these way these buildings are like stacked. One here, one underneath it, like another square, something on the side of it. It looks like roadways. It looks like 1, 2, 3 things sitting here. Look at this. Boom. All the way down. Another one right here. All the way down. It's all over the place in here, guys. This is what's insane. Check this thing out. It looks like this huge arch. Whatever this thing is, it's casting a shadow in here, and it looks like it's casting a shadow there. I don't know if that's the shadow, but because it wouldn't make any sense if it's kind of like, this may be just like kind of like part of the pixelation they try to take this thing out at. But anyway, there's all kinds of crazy things in here. Look at this. Squares, something on the top. This, like I said earlier, this, oh my God. Now, check this out. I'm going to get a little bit darker. And now I'm going to go to extreme darkness and see what these look like now. Watch this. All right. Check that out. Look at the way this looks like a square with another one running off the side of it. Another one underneath it. Another one underneath that. This is too organized to be nothing but rock. Another, like I said, this section here. Okay? Check this out. Again. This is, look at it, all over the place. They really try to obscure this bad. I mean, but look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like roadways running off of each other. Oh my God. This here is clearly, there's something else right here, and I couldn't really bring that out very good. Not like I wanted to anyway. Let me really brighten this up. Oop, that's not it. I'm sorry. Do it this way. Really brighten this up. Now you can see whatever's in here. There's multiple things right here. There's very dim. But this comes out, goes all the way down this thing, all the way down. I don't know what that is, but guys, definitely not a rock. Okay. So now I do the filtering here, and then I do it darker. And you guys can stop this any way you like to really check this thing out. And I'm going to bring this up just a notch so you guys can see the whole bottom lower area. Okay. Again, you can see all of this area. Everything in here. All of these stacked on top of each other, so on and so forth. And here. Here. 1, 2. Another structure. Look at the way these almost look like a diamond. Weird. Oh my God, this stuff is everywhere. Now, let's do the red. Well, the pinkish filter, depending on how you look at it. And you can see these weird... Look at this. I mean, this is clearly not just standard rock. This, I love the way this picture looks. This, to me, shows... I mean, it's everywhere down here. Look at this stuff, guys. To me, this is just awesome. And if it is that radical of a storm where it covers this area, and then all of a sudden it's uncovering it, kind of crazy, guys. Look at this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1... I mean, you can just see all these little things. Now, some of this stuff is, obscuring and stuff like that. But this, here, all of in here. And just look at these little round circles. I showed you that, and I compared that with the Manhattan one. And I'm going to show you that again in a minute. All of this right here, like I said. Now, this is what's crazy. I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to backtrack a little. I wanted to show you this area here. Now, they say, oh, well, it's nothing more. Let me see if I did it to this one here. I think I did. Okay. Now, I did this one here. Here's the TIFF. And here's this picture. Now, I did right up to here. Oh, my bad. That one's for that one. But, again, this is slightly different angle. I don't know if you can see that, but it's slightly different angle. Let me back this one out. And I want to give you the black and white. Okay. And we'll go to the darkest one. Now watch this. It's slightly different angle. It's just the way they put the picture. It's not a big deal whether they are having or having. I just noticed this too. You don't see it too much in this one. It's the way I've changed the other one. But there's something very large sitting right here. Watch this. See this right? Where the heck did I just see it? Right here. This whole thing right here. It looks like it has a round base going around it. Whatever that is, I have no clue. Now, I'm going to keep this picture, well, not right this second, but I'm going to bring up the other one again because I want to show you something pretty wild. Now, check this out. This is supposed to be the one from 1969. Now, I'm going, okay, if we're not seeing this, let's dig into this one. Now, this one you can't see too much, but I'm going to show you this. I was looking at these here. Look at how they overlap like they're in layers. If you were standing on the ground right here, you'd have one here, and you'd have ones that are upper. Like this one looks like some kind of weird straighter area, and then you have the ones that run under. Okay, this is what I did. Let me see if I did it here. Now check this out. Watch this. Look at this. It suddenly looks like a strip as opposed to just a round area. Now, when you look at this carefully, check out these one right here, almost in the center to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the hell does that in nature? Now, I don't know if a lot of this is strictly, you know, compression marks or just part of the photo. I don't know. But this clearly does not look natural. Look at this. 1, 2 dots. Look at the way these roads. It looks like roads to me. Now, is it possible it looks like almost like you'd see like in a subdivision kind of thing where there's a bunch of, because none of these look the same. Look at 1, 2, something running in between it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these little tiny dots to me represent a building or some kind of structure or something. Right here, look at this. Kind of square, 1, 2. 2 dots, round things. All these crazy little things. Okay. Now, to me, it doesn't really show too much, but it is what it is. I'm seeing what looks like these weird little structures and stuff like that. And what we're seeing here in the other picture is right here, what looks like supposed to be a crater, and all of this in between. It's all up in here. Now, so I don't really pay too much to this one here, too much attention, but this here I do. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. Watch this. Let's do the comparison again, and I'm going to show you this right now. All right, let me see if I can just get rid of this. Maybe, perhaps not. Okay. Get rid of that too. What the heck? All right. So here we go. This is the side-by-side I showed you guys before. Now I want to show you one intricate little thing I thought was really wild. Okay. Check this out. I want to show you something that I thought was pretty wild. There is something that looks very similar. Look at this. Right here, this piece right here almost looks flat. Goes around. Almost like a complete circle with a black dot. Well, guess what? There's one right here. Only it looks like it has like 1 or 2 little things next to it, kind of like this one does. Now, I'm not saying whatever this is here on Manhattan is identical to this, but if you stop and think about this a minute, okay, you say, all right, let me see something. What is that that's right there on this one? Where is it here? Well, here's the bridge, and it goes in different directions. You can see it right here. And one goes off to the right, and left. Okay. So you go, okay, check this out. You got this egg-looking shape thing. Well, this goes directly right here. Well, it's not an egg-shaped thing. It's a big rectangular building. You can see where it comes off of the regular highway. There's this egg. There's this building. This smaller rectangular one is this small dot. This right here line is this, looks like this, the grounds to it. And then you get these buildings. And look they look like just a line right here. So now you just go, okay, if I was just to go from here to here, okay, let's do that. From like this part here, okay, let's bring that one back out. Let's be fair. Line, go right here. It's somewhere around this area. Okay, let's just take a look here a minute. Look how much stuff is in this one area. Buildings, roads, other buildings, of course, there's cars here, but there's other buildings. Look at, like, giant apartment complexes. I mean, in this one area. Now, to be fair, that's what it appears to be. If I was to line this up, to be fair, like I said, this is this building right here. I can move it down. This is the end of the bridge. Comes right about here, spills out of here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's that line. and then these buildings. So if you were to just go here to jump down, it's right in this area somewhere. Look at all of these buildings. So now you go, okay, so how does that have anything to do with Mars? Well, if you get this goofy little, what looks like this weird round thing with a black dot, and all of this is in the middle of that, and that's what this is, wow. You know, you can't help but to go, you got to be kidding. So it makes you wonder, is that, how much stuff is in the middle of that one, just like that one? Come on, guys. I mean, this is just crazy. Well, let me bring that back because I have both of the pictures on this one. But you can clearly see this, even though that's just a dot, it's round. Well, here's another a round area with a dot and a round dot in the middle. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But you can see just this weird shape because it's blurred out. How do we know it's not multiple structures like it's showing here in New York? How do we know? There's no way of knowing. But I figured I'd compare that again and let you guys see this because I saw this and I went, wow, there's actually something that's very similar to the shape of this right here on Mars. Now, I'm not saying these are all skyscrapers, but it makes you wonder. You see this little round, this almost round object with this round black area, same thing as here, and you see what's in this area, how much is there. Like I said, it's approximately right about here. And all these buildings and structures are there. So, I just want to give you this comparison, just to give you guys an idea, to let you guys know, because, again, I don't know, there's some crazy things in here. And as far as I'm concerned, this is absolutely loaded. This is an absolute city right here in this polar area. And like I said, you guys can stop this any way you want and eyeball this yourself. Look at this. All in the bottom. All in here. All the way up through here. This, again, has been, just totally manipulated out. But you can see faintly there's other roads and other crazy things. All of these right here and these dots. Even bright. Look how wild this looks. Boom, boom, boom. Round structure or structure. Look at this. And it looks like it's kind of casting a shadow here because you can see it right here. So there may very well be a shadow. Because it might be this shadow in front of this. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But there you go. You guys tell me what you think, man. This is just crazy. And again, this is supposed to be in the polar region. And I don't know about you guys, but like I said, stop this any way you want. Check this out yourself. To me, this screams city, guys. And it looks a whole lot like a degraded picture. Even though I was able to enhance this, it's still degraded. We still can't get the fine details because it's crap. It's as simple as that. Even backing this out, it's still pixelated. Don't see anything really. But this kind of caught my eye. I couldn't help but to jump into this picture, guys. I mean, come on. How do you not look at that and say, hey, that looks like a structure? Like I said, just do that and look at it. How do you not look at that and say, or just look at it and go, oh, that's definitely nature. Yeah, okay. And just see all this stuff here just by blurring and just bringing down the brightness, and there you go. It's crazy. But one more time real quick, and then I want to let you guys comment down below. I've got another one coming up. It was sent to me. I'm hoping it'll give me the link, because, guys, I don't want to leave links. What was this? William, he sent me some pictures of the moon, and I think he said he sent it to other people too, but I've got something pretty fascinating. I want to show you something about that one too. He had some kind of anomaly in there in that particular picture, and I found something pretty interesting in there. So anyway, guys, give me, let me know what you think. Like I said, I mean, yeah, there's just so much in these pictures. It's just crazy. And oh man, I just love it. Again, there's your little feature. It's almost identical. And I'm sure if you really looked, you'd find a whole bunch more. Look at this. Round circle on the right picture. Round circle, round circle, round circle. Just this weird line. And we all know that's not just a weird line, it's an actual road. So, yeah. So when you see these things and you think there's nothing here on Mars, take a good look at this picture here. And look at this comparison. And there you go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get back out of here and jump out of this here. You guys tell me what you think. Always appreciated. You know that. I've got some crazy ones coming up, and hopefully, we'll be able to knock them out. Another one out today and perhaps this weekend. Anyway, guys, always appreciate you guys watching. I do appreciate it. I've got another idea as far as the t-shirt thing goes, so stay tuned for that. We may just do an electronic file you can just purchase and get the picture yourself and make your own decal. In other words, you just take the Take your own flash drive, put this on your flash drive, go to any local t-shirt place, and they'll put it on their computer, and you can make it any size you like, and just throw it on there. So, and you won't have to deal with mailing or any of that junk at all. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next pick.